What up, Magnetites? So, I'm sure everybody's aware that they saw, or at this point have kind of noticed what we've got going on here. So, we have got Persona 5T, which I assumed was Tactics before we even knew it, so I got to give myself a A+ for that one. Persona 3 Reloaded, I definitely did not guess it would be called Reloaded, though it's a cool name. And I have to say, I'm pretty pleasantly surprised with both of these. How would you say? I'm pretty surprised with both of these releases, but happy. I'm a huge Devil Survivor and Majin Tensei fan. Excuse me. I'm never going to be mad about a tactical RPG. I love them. However, I will be honest, I'm not sure how I feel after watching the trailer. Not sure how I feel about the game yet. One, because I hope there are limitations on the amount of party members you have. I hate when I have to keep track of 7, 8 different party members, multiple party members, but when it gets into ridiculous numbers, 15 to 20. Because I'm a little confused with whether or not it's going to be in the vein of the Devil Survivor style, where, you have, you go into a regular SMT type of turn-based RPG where you have 2 characters with you, 2 demons with you, or if it's going to be more like the Majin Tensei style where you have your demons moving all around on their own. From the trailer, I can't tell how it's going to be utilized. I have a feeling it's going to be you control the Persona characters and they use the spells and the personas as they deem fit, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I would just like there to be a little bit more emphasis on the personas than the characters, but I don't know if that's the direction they're going to go in. But either way, definitely going to buy this as soon as I can. It says end of 2023, it's in November, so I will be picking that up as the day it drops. Hopefully, however, it's for PS4/PS5 and for Switch, because I don't have an Xbox. However, it's for Windows, so maybe I get it on a computer, I don't know. But I'm very excited for this game. Looks fun. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's going to have that Project Monarch kind of style, which I don't know how much I'm feeling that. But either way, I will never not play a SMT Persona type of tactical RPG. Hungry for those, because we don't get them that often. That being said, my thoughts here are more so though on the Persona 3 Reloaded remake or remaster, however you want to classify it. Looks beautiful. Definitely cannot knock anything from a graphical standpoint. It's definitely been kind of built from the ground up in a way. Camera angles are completely different. Even the battle system looks different. My main, concern is, are we just retreading the exact same game? Or are they going to change up a ton of maybe story elements? Are they going to change up a bunch of different pieces? Is this going to be more like the PSP, P3P portable version? Is it going to be a bit more like Persona 3 The Answer? Is it going to be like base game Persona 3? I think it's a little hard to gauge right now. Either way, it's something to be extremely excited about. Persona 3, one of the first Mega 10 games I played, and as much as it doesn't feel like a remake was needed, to be honest, because I definitely wasn't clamoring for a remake, I also can't see the negative aspect in a remake of a game that, gives Atlas an opportunity to make some money on a project they've already created. They probably don't have to do too much to the story and all that. But I will bet anything with anybody that this is going to give your protagonist the opportunity to not die. Now, hear me out. I know most of you thinking, why would they do that? Or what would be the value there? Let's put it this way. You know that there is a ton of fan base, especially as Persona's gotten a little bit more lighthearted in certain aspects, that are totally going to not want the main character to have to sacrifice himself to the point of where he's no longer in existence. That's not going to happen. They're probably going to make your how would I say it? The not the good ending, but like the best ending or the new ending, the new game plus style ending, whatever you want to call it. They're definitely going to add an option that if you do this and this in this such way with this blah blah blah, or if you achieve something, or if you speak to this character, blah, blah, something's going to happen to where they're going to make it so your main character lives. I don't know if that will upset people or if people will like that, but I think that it's almost a 100% guarantee that that's what's going to happen. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm wrong, but I don't think it's possible. Because think about this, Makoto, or I assume that's the name, I don't know, it changes from the anime to the manga to the video game, but let's put it this way. The main protagonist, he does the ultimate sacrifice. And even though that is pretty cool in many aspects, there's going to be a ton of fans that have been clamoring for an opportunity to keep him alive. I mean, I know at one point when I was playing it, I almost got the bad ending because I was like, nah, I kind of want them to do nothing and just be safe. But let's put it this way. It's going to be one of those things where the sacrificial lamb concept, the Messiah sacrifice type thing is going to be the main ending. The original ending will still be there, but you're going to have an option to go another route, which I think is fine, because to be fair, we want to really tread on the exact same game? Probably not. Having another alternative route or having alternative options can only make the game better. I mean, the best part about the PSP version, other than being able to control your characters, which is obviously important in some ways, and in other ways takes away some of the tactical standpoints, but for what it's worth, having the new information with the female MC in the new story portions, that's what made retreading the portable game fun for me, someone who had already played Persona 3, beaten the answer and all of that. But what I think is that when we really look at this, I think giving us some real opportunity to have maybe a fork halfway through the game. I would like it to be halfway through, or from the beginning even. I would love there to be like the idea of a Snow Queen quest from Persona 1, like the option to play a game that's almost entirely separate from the main game. I think it'd be awesome. So I'm not going to complain about that. If we get something like that, amazing. But even if it's just like halfway through the game, you get to like the 4th full moon or whatever, or 5th, and you want to have some kind of fork in the path based on some kind of decision, I think it'd be awesome. You know, kind of like if it was a little bit more like the Devil Survivor, where at one point your decisions actually make a difference. I think that would really be cool. And it would really add a lot of replayability to a game like this that they're obviously working hard on to build from the ground up. So certainly the more time we can all sink into it, the better for Atlas. And give them more time to, I guess, what seems like they've now come out with the new games or the desired information for games on the not anniversary time. They want to follow up the anniversary the following year with exceptional games and things like that. Okay, whatever, cool. But since that's the case, you know, that'll give them time to come up with whatever new SMT, hopefully, plans they have to fulfill this 30th anniversary that we didn't really get anything for. So, but my fingers still crossed that we get something for that, but I'm not going to hold my breath. How about poor Project 3 Fantasy? Is that just dead? They're coming out with new games and spin-offs and remakes, and they're just like, yeah, we'll leave that to Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, and every other RPG in the world that's based on fantasy setting. We've decided to go in another direction, as we have from the beginning. It's interesting that Atlas has never decided to do this, or even tell us like, hey, yeah, it was an error of judgment, we're not going forward with this. They're not even giving us anything on that. Anyway, not the point of this video though. I'm super excited for both these games. In a lot of ways, I'm more excited for Persona 5T, because I really love tactical RPGs, and we don't get nearly enough of them, in my opinion, that aren't like these weird indie games. So I'm not going to complain about the opportunity to play either of these games. I'm very happy that we have upcoming Persona games coming out. Hopefully more Mega 10 games to follow. And let me know what your opinions are. Do you think they're going to do what I said with a fork halfway through, or do you think they're going to do something brand new from the ground up with new story paths? Let me know your thoughts. And until then, I got to get back inside to work, but I'm out.